Hi friends, my name is Sahil and this is my Perseverance Academy. Over the last couple of years, the interest rate on FD has reduced drastically. Now FDs with nationalized banks hardly fetch around 5% return. And the interest earned on FD is taxable as per your income tax slab. So for example, if you fall under 30% tax bracket, then post-tax return from FD is just 3.5%. Here, we have ignored the education cess. Now the inflation rate in our country is somewhere around 5%. So if you keep your money in FD, then essentially it is getting shrinked. That is, the real value of your money is getting reduced. Hence in this video I want to discuss the top 10 alternatives of FD that can help you beat inflation. Please note that there is an additional interest rate to senior citizen, but in this video we will only consider the normal interest rate for those aged below 60 years. And we are not considering options like your PPF or NPS as they have a very high lock-in period. Also, it is only a high-level video on top alternatives of FD. In case you want an in-depth analysis on any of the investment option, then let me know in the comments. Alright, let's get started. So the first alternative is corporate FD. What is a corporate FD? Just like you have FD from bank, there are corporates and NBFCs that also offer FD. So corporate FD is the FD from corporate houses and NBFCs. The key difference is that corporate FD interest rates are generally 1 to 4% higher than the normal FD from bank. Now you'll find a lot of options within corporate FD where some companies are giving as high as 9 to 10% interest rate. However, you need to ensure that you opt for high rated corporate FD by checking the credit rating of the company. You can also check the past repayment history to ensure that the company is making a timely payment without any defaults. A rating of FAAA from CRISIL and MAAA from ICRA suggest highest safety. Then FAA from CRISIL suggests high safety and FA suggests adequate safety. So you can choose corporate FD from companies with FAAA, that would be the best, or FAA or up to FA rating. Of course, you won't fetch a very high return with top rated corporate FD, but it would be better than bank FD. For example, you have corporate FDs from HDFC Limited, Bajaj Finance, Shriram Transport with FAAA rating, that is with highest safety. Currently they are in the range of 6 to 7% based on investment duration. So that's 1 to 2% higher than normal FD rates. As far as taxation is concerned, corporate FD interest is taxable as per your income tax slab. Second alternative is NCD. NCD, that is non-convertible debentures, are similar to corporate FD, but the key difference is that you can buy and sell NCD in secondary market using a demat and trading account. Moreover, NCDs are of two types, secured NCD and unsecured NCDs. Secured NCD means that in case of bankruptcy, the investor would be compensated first after selling the asset of the company. However, that is not the case with unsecured NCD. In terms of interest rate, unsecured NCDs will always have higher interest as compared to secured NCD. The interest rate would also vary based on investment duration. These NCDs offer keep coming up frequently just like your IPOs. And if you want to invest in new NCDs, there is a fixed window just like your IPO where you can apply for NCD. Although the investment window of NCD is more than IPO. You can simply Google the latest NCDs to get more detail about them. But don't get carried away with high interest rate. Always make sure that you buy NCDs only from top rated companies. Third alternative is RBI bonds. Another very safe option of investment is RBI bonds. These are the bonds issued by the Indian government and hence they are the safest investment option. I mean, unless you expect the government to default. Currently, the interest rate on RBI bond is 7.1%. However, this interest rate is floating and keep getting revised every 6 months. But there is one drawback of RBI bonds. It has a lock-in period of 7 years. Also, the interest earned would be completely taxable as per your income tax slab. Fourth alternative is saving account of small finance bank. Another option that you can consider as an alternative to FD is saving account of small finance bank. For example, AU Small Finance Bank has an interest rate of 6% if your balance is between 10 lakh to 25 lakh. and 7% interest if the balance is between 25 lakh to 2 crore. Ujjivan Small Finance has 7% interest on balance between 1 lakh to 25 lakh. Likewise, you can explore all the small finance bank and their interest rate. Now, if you're worried about the safety of your money, then small finance bank fall under deposit protection scheme where your money up to rupees 5 lakh is insured. So it is completely secured. If you invest in two small finance bank, then you can secure money up to rupees 10 lakh. But yes, it is cumbersome to open multiple accounts. Before you open an account with small finance bank, just check his track record and keep a limited exposure. Number 5th alternative is National Savings Certificate. National Savings Certificate is a part of your post office savings scheme by Indian government that is offering a current interest rate of 6.8%. So this is a guaranteed return. On top of this, you can even show this investment to reduce your taxable income up to 1.5 lakh under Section 80C. The only problem is that it has a lock-in period of 5 years. You can invest in National Savings Certificate via post office or any of the nationalized bank, both online and offline. Now the next 5 options are from debt-based mutual fund and ETF category. Debt-based mutual fund and ETFs have 2 big advantages. First advantage is liquidity. You can buy and sell them at any point in time. There is no lock-in period. And the second big advantage is that the taxation of debt-based mutual fund and ETF is on lower side if you hold them for more than 3 years. So if you hold your debt-based mutual fund and ETF for more than 3 years, you need to pay a tax of 20% with indexation benefit. And that comes roughly around 15 to 18%. Now if you are someone who falls under 30% tax bracket, then debt mutual fund and ETF are much better as compared to other options where you need to pay tax on interest as per your tax slab. For example, if you fetch a 6% return in FD and fall under 30% tax bracket, you end up getting only 4.2% return. Here we haven't considered your education cess. However, if you invest for more than 3 years in debt fund and fetch a 6% return, then assuming a 15% tax, you will end up with 5.1% post-tax return. So even if debt fund and FD is giving same return, the post-tax return of debt fund is better than FD. However, one very important point you need to understand is that debt mutual fund and ETFs do not provide fixed return. In fact, the returns changes every single day. If you want to learn how debt fund works or every detail of mutual fund and other concepts of money management, you can explore my complete course on money management that include your stocks, insurance, tax planning, etc. And you can join 6,000 plus other students. So earlier, my favorite debt fund alternative of FD was liquid fund. However, due to very low interest rates, the liquid fund returns are just 3 to 4% now. Hence, I haven't considered it in my list. Okay, now let's discuss the remaining 5 alternatives of FD. So the 6th alternative is corporate bond fund. Corporate bond funds is a category within debt mutual fund that invest money in corporate bonds. If you look at the risk versus return profile, you can expect around 6 to 8% return from the corporate bond fund with a very slight volatility of 1 to 2%. But of course, you need to ensure that you invest in corporate bond funds with exposure in top rated bonds. If you look at some examples of corporate bond fund, it includes your SBI corporate bond fund, HDFC corporate bond fund, Aditya Birla corporate bond fund, etc. This is by AUM in descending order. Number 7th alternative is banking and PSU debt fund. Banking and PSU debt fund basically invest in debt instrument of banks, PSUs and other government bodies. Again, you can expect return in the range of 6 to 8% with slight volatility of 1 to 2%. Some of the examples of banking and PSU debt fund include IDFC Banking and PSU debt fund, Aditya Birla Banking and PSU debt fund, Axis Banking and PSU debt fund, etc. Number 8th alternative is money market fund. Money market fund invest in bonds with maturity less than 12 months. Since the maturity is less than 12 months, it is a less volatile debt fund category. Returns are in the range of 4 to 6% with slight volatility. Some of the examples of money market fund include your SBI saving fund, HDFC money market fund, etc. Number 9th alternative is short duration fund. Short duration fund is a debt mutual fund category that invests in bonds with maturity between 1 to 3 years. So it would be slightly more volatile than money market fund, but at the same time, the return potential is also better than money market fund. The returns are in the range of 6 to 8%. Some of the examples include your SBI short-term fund, ICICI Prudential short duration fund, HDFC short-term fund, etc. Now the final name in my list is a debt-based ETF. The key difference between mutual fund and ETF is that you can buy and sell ETF just like stock, and you need a demat and trading account for the ETF. Whereas you don't need demat and trading account for mutual funds. Another benefit of an ETF is that it has a very low cost. So profits are passed on to the investors. So the number 10th alternative to FD is Bharat Bond ETF. Bharat Bond is basically an ETF that invests your money in bonds of public sector companies. Now there are various bonds available in the market like your Bharat Bond ETF 2023, Bharat Bond ETF 2025, Bharat Bond ETF 2030, etc. If you would ask me, what is the difference between all of these bonds, then key difference is that each ETF invests in bonds with different maturity. For example, Bharat Bond ETF 2023 invests in bonds with medium-term maturity. Then Bharat Bond ETF 2030 invests in bonds with long-term maturity. In terms of return, the yield of Bharat Bond ETF increases with duration, but it also increases the volatility with duration. So for example, Bharat Bond ETF 2030 would have high yield than Bharat Bond ETF 2023, but Bharat Bond ETF 2030 also come at higher volatility as compared to Bharat Bond ETF 2023. So this is my list of top 10 alternatives of FD with little to no risk and higher return than FD. If I summarize, the list include corporate FD, NCD, RBI bond, saving account of small finance bank, national savings certificate, then corporate bond fund, banking and PSU debt fund, money market fund, short duration fund, and Bharat Bond ETF. I hope you will find this list useful. To learn more about money management, you can explore my website and the link is in the description. I'll see you with another video. Till then, take care.